Welcome back to Jingle and Ben and the Music Town Gang. This story is called How Not to Poop All Day. No, truly it is. Listen, you remember, Jingle and Ben Bell live at 66 Clarion Street, Music Town by the Sea, and they live adjacent to their friend, Mighty Mo. Their last adventures took them to the land of purple, introduced them to Benny the bunny, who looks rather funny, Porridge the cat, Nervous the dog, the Balloon Man, Boot the mouse, and of course Lonely the dragon, the last dragon in the world. It's the last day of school today, and their favourite place, with all the thin places, is Mousy Boot Park. Rumour has it that amongst all their favourite things is a new pirate ship, and this is the story of a witch, some cowplets, some pirates, and some strange fizzing elixir. How not to poop all day. It was Friday morning, the last day of school, and there was a new pirate ship in Mousy Boot Park. The Music Town gang were on their way to see it for the very first time, and they were cutting through Mousy Boot Park on their way to school. "Now I can fly," said Mighty Mo. "Maybe I will fly to the top of the mainmast and stand right on top of it like an old button girl." Ben laughed at Mighty Mo and said, "No, Mo! Remember, it's not safe to fly in this world. What will people think? Wait until we get to the land of purple." Mo fluttered down to the ground again, and they all laughed. The pirate ship was magnificent. It was called the Turperatus. "Look," said Jingle, "it's got a forecastle and a poop house at the back." Ben fell on the ground laughing, kicking his legs in the air. "A poop house? What on earth?" Jingle explained that a poop house was from a French word and was simply a house at the back or the stern of a ship. Ben just carried on laughing. "A poop house," he said. "A poop house." Just then a horse and 3 cows ran past them, and running quickly after them was the Balloon Man, his balloons flapping in the wind. He was chasing them out of the park. The Balloon Man followed them through the circle of light, but Boot the mouse scampered onto the poop deck, and when he climbed into Mighty Mo's arms, a strange thing happened to her. For she had a waking dream, even a vision of purple pirates who were visiting Winnie the Witch in her castle made of bright orange carrots and purple pink sugar. "So tell me," Winnie said to Captain Demas, "are those children at Mighty Mo's school as nice as everyone says?" "Indeed they are," said Captain Demas. "They are well-behaved boys and girls and very caring. And every Friday afternoon their silly teachers give them chocolate for being so polite," said First Mate Simon Scavey, whose slithering snake curled lovingly around his neck. "Oh, I do hate children, and especially nice little children." "Sisters!" shouted Winnie to the cowplets. "What shall we do?" The 3 cows, moody, mad and miserable, all stood around their bubbling cow cauldron and mooed out a rhyme. "Oh, give 'em a drink of this, my dear, of cockroaches boiled up in brine, and all of their niceness will vanish away and be replaced with a moan and a whine." "Aha!" said Winnie the Witch. "Give me the potion now, and pass me my magic silver mirror." Taking the potion and placing it on the shining purple tray, Winnie neighed out a spell. "Oh, riddle ye me, and riddle me moo, make them nasty, or make them poo." And with a smelly puff of brown smoke, the nicest pieces of chocolate fudge you could ever imagine appeared on the purple platter. Jingle, Ben and Mo all arrived at the school gates, but Mo went around the corner to the little school, and Jingle and Ben waved au revoir. A teacher with a long funny face was giving out chocolate fudge to all the children. "Oh, my darlings, my beautiful darling children," she said. "You have been so good this week, we've decided to give you some chocolate before class begins." Mighty Mo did not recognize this teacher, and unlike all the other children who had chocolate around their mouth and some in their hair, she refused to take any. No thank you," she said. When Mo got inside her classroom, it was even worse. Instead of polite and kind children, some were pulling each other's pigtails, picking bogies and wiping it on other children's cheeks, being rude, unhelpful, and awful. The teachers were aghast, holding their cheeks with their mouths wide open. "Whatever is happening here?" they said, "and oh my goodness, whatever shall we do?" Mo slipped outside into the corridor and cried out, "Lonely! Oh, Lonely, I need your help!" Just then, Lonely the dragon appeared in front of her, saying, "Mighty Mo, my dear friend, what can I do to help you?" Mo explained how nice the children usually were, but how horrible they were acting now, and about the purple tray and the new teacher with the long face. "I just don't know what's going on," she said. "But can you help?" "Ah," said Lonely, "this sounds like the work of Winnie and her cowplets." Then from out of his saddlebag, Lonely pulled out a bottle of orange-coloured fizz. The label read, "Auntie Dottie's Fizzing Elixir." "Here," said Lonely, "give them this to drink. I got it off another mad witch. It won't run out, and it tastes delicious. Then stand well back." And no sooner was he there, but he was gone. The greedy children, the selfish children, the horrid children were thirsty after all their moaning and whining, and readily drank of Auntie Dottie's fizzing elixir. Mo later explained to Jingle and Ben that the cure to all the whining started with a moan, then a grasp of the tummy, quickly followed by a sprint to the bathroom. "It must have taken all day," said Mo, "but oh, the stink of it all! Hoo-wee!" Even so, by the time the bell rang for the end of school, everyone was nice again. One of the teachers said, "I would rather have a stinky classroom and sweet children than stinky children and a sweet-smelling classroom." So remember, children, never take sweeties or candy from strangers, not even Auntie Dottie. Because if you do, you might end up pooping all day long. Well, everybody here at www.Victor Robert Limited hopes you liked the story. If you'd like one of the authors to come and visit you at your school or at your local library or anywhere really they can tell their tall tales, then Professor Vincente Raimundo Faraday and Miss Victoria Rowflower would be very pleased to come and visit you. Just go to www.victorrobert.limited and you can arrange your appointment there. Oh, before I go, why not join me in this song?
Don't be a whining Winnie, don't be a whining Winnie today. Else you'll have to have some special medicine to make you go and poop all day. Now saying please and thank you is the best thing you can do. Whilst being sly and nasty will make you smell like poo. Yes, being friends together with no one left alone, well, it's like a cat with whiskers or a big dog with a bone. Don't be a whining Winnie, don't be a whining Winnie today. Else you'll have to have some special medicine to make you go and poop all day. Yes, smiling, helpful, happy will make you feel all holy, while grumpiness and laziness is like a big green bogey. So listen to your teachers and always do what's groovy, or else you'll end up looking like a fat-faced big bum booby. Oh, don't be a whining Winnie, don't be a whining Winnie today. Else you'll have to have some special medicine to make you go and poop all day. Don't be a whining